Crawford passes to Bradley. But they'll get another chance. Crawford dishes to Bradley. Goes up again. Crawford, no luck.
He still couldn't finish, even though it looked like he had a lane to the rim. But too often, that's the story for him.
And the dunk by Grant.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up Clark. That beautiful alley-oop dunk.
Yeah, it was nice.
Just a gorgeous assist.
And there's the foul. It goes on Mr. Incredible. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot two. Indiana shooting their seventh. Here. He's making substitutions here. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Daniel in at point guard, and it's Oliver in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now. It's Crawford with the drive. Shot is off. Great D that time from Daniels. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Magic delivered quite a performance. He finished with 60 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing, Clark.
Yeah, I agree. I was just glad I got a chance to witness it. It's always such a special night when a player of his caliber gets so locked in and focused.
And, you know, in an 82-game season with so much talent, every once in a while, everything's going to click. And that was definitely the case that night.
Detroit with the ball, following the score by Indiana. Clark, some serious agility coming out of the backcourt.
You know, that bucket might count for a little more than 2 points when he finishes with that kind of flourish.
Yeah, against a D that was already reeling a little bit. That was like a body blow.
From the top of the key, and Detroit again with the bucket.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Pacers trail by 11. Outside, Green. Crawford kicks to Green. Green left side. Takes it off the glass. Green's got 7 points.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Daniels with it. He's against Green. Here's Nicholson. Nice D from Crawford. The Pacers have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. He had a nice open look right there. 8 points for him.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Take a look at what Mr. Incredible's done. He's got 13 points and 2 rejections.
Let's just take a moment to appreciate the all-around effort that he's put in here today.
The numbers tell the story, Steve. He is filling up just about every column of that box sheet.
Boy, his free throw shooting, just another reason he's such a good all-around player.
Green kicks to Early to the inside. Pass to Carson. No good. And Detroit the other way now. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. And that game concludes a 5-game homestand.
Yeah, there's no question for Milwaukee. I mean, that's a game they would really like to have.
Now, here's Green. 7 points in the game. And there's the pass to Early. At the elbow, it's Crawford. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Daniels has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He's killing them with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now.
Here is Daniels. 15 points in the game. And he gets it to go.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
Okay, we all know who we need to go to more. The rest of you set screens to create as many opportunities for him as you can. Here we go.
Drummond's checked in for Nicholson. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You take a look at the Pistons. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And checking out Indiana, they're much further down in the standings right now.
Looking at Indiana, they've been kind of hanging out in the middle of the pack here to start the season.
Yeah, and still too early to say which way their season will go. Perhaps, an upstart in the playoffs, or maybe not making the playoffs at all, but there's lots of basketball left to be played. We'll see how they do.
And that one's good. Daniels has got 20.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
The drive by Green got that one up quick.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Daniels passes to Drummond. Here's Fuller, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Pistons lead by 14.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
And let's focus briefly on an area we often overlook. Point guard rebounding. Here are the leaders in that category over the past 10 games. You take a look at Daniels, one of the game's best, second in the league.
Well, it's a dimension to his game that we rarely see at that position. But he places a lot of emphasis on doing whatever it takes to contribute, even on the board.
And that's why so many people around the league are big fans of his, Steve, because of his willingness to mix it up down low as well as run the show from the perimeter.
Here's Green. After the basket by Detroit, Crawford dishes to Adams.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Pistons.
Well, Kevin, in the first half of play, they're really closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity defensively.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
The Pacers making a change here. Bradley's checked in. Here's Oliver. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Crawford kicks to Bradley. There's 1:26 left in the first half. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. Grant, he's checked in for the Pistons. The Pacers have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
They've been getting way too many high percentage looks close to the basket, and I'll tell you what, when they're getting them, they're converting.
You know, the play in the paint, an aspect of this game that has gone entirely their way.
Now here's Bradley, averaging 6 points per contest. Hayward from 13 feet, it goes down.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Here's Daniels, guarded by Bradley. Carson grabs the board. Pacers trail by 12. Crawford passes to Hayward. They set the screen. Adams outside. Kicks it to Crawford. It's Bradley on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. There's the block. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. The Pistons making a change here. 30 seconds left here in the second. Hayward can't hit.
And I don't really like that shot. He can make it occasionally, but to me, that's too deep.
And that definitely wasn't one of them.
Drummond with a screen on Bradley. Daniels dishes to Drummond. Tries a 3, and another 3 for Detroit. Crawford with the ball. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. A shot by Hayward, wide open, and it's Hayward again missing. Here's Daniels. Can't hit. And we finish one half of basketball. The Pistons on top, up by 15. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, looking at the stats, it's hard to doubt you have been the #1 factor for your team. Do you feel like you're controlling the paint right now?
Am I controlling the paint? Yo, I'm always controlling the paint. It's just natural to me. In high school, I controlled the paint. In college, I controlled the paint. Even when I worked at a hardware store, you know what? I controlled the paint section. That's what I did.
Your mindset is working. Well done. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
Guys, that was the perfect way to start this game. Let's go over some stuff and do more of the same in the second half.
Only tough part of this game is going to be playing just as good a second half as you did a first half. That's the challenge. You were terrific on defense and offense, and I don't want to see a letdown in either spot. Now I'll give credit where credit is due. We've taken very good care of the basketball. Turnovers were scarce, and we need to keep it that way. And a point of focus has to be offensive rebounding from now on. I'm not as worried about our transition defense as I am about us missing out on second chance points because they are there for us. That's it for now, guys. Let's go get that W.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. If you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. And Mr. Incredible has been sensational.
Well, he's seeing the court so well tonight. He's made some phenomenal passes here in the game so far in that first half.
You know, some folks say he's not a playmaker, but he's dispelling all of that nonsense.
Pistons leading by 15 on the court for Indiana. We've got Carson. Steven Adams is out there with Green, and it's Crawford at the 4.
Had so much space there, and the defense really not showing him the respect. You could see his eyes get wide.
And so here is Indiana after the made shot from Daniels. Carson, no good.
It's been a great day for them on the boards, Clark. That's definitely been a major factor in building this big lead.
And you know, from a number standpoint, the advantage might not be that large, but they have been manhandling them inside.
Nice touch on the bank shot. 9 points in the game so far. Pacers trail by 19. Down low. It's tipped. Fast break Detroit. Daniels with it. Now Green defending. On the wing, Daniels. He's got 24. Here's Drummond, and the shot is good. Drummond's got 8 points.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
The feed to Crawford. The dish to Green. Passes it to Sosa. Here's Carson. Indiana moving the ball away. And stolen by Drummond. Oliver passes to Daniels. Off the pick. Oh!
Look out! Impressive play there, and they have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points en route to this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable.